crazy planche strength, having a street workout tattoo on his back, and living in Dubai. When I say these things, you will know that I'm talking about the living legend and oftentimes called the Godfather of Calisthenics, Eryc Ortiz. Colombia, country with beautiful places like Cartagena, Guatapé and many more. This is the country where Eryc Ortiz was born in 1994, more specifically in a city called Valledupar, which lies on the northern side of Colombia. When Eryc was 11 years old, his parents got divorced. His mom then moved to Valencia in Spain to start a completely new life. With missing his mother, Eryc became a rebel, following up with a really bad lifestyle. When he was 13 years old, he quit the school at his last year and started working at the restaurant with his father, or wherever he had the opportunity. Also, his friends had a really bad influence on him, and being in Colombia, where it's not hard at all to party, even at such a young age, Eryc all his earned money spent on alcohol and partying. He had no idea of how his future will look like. He was only thinking about partying again and again. But this changed after 5 years when his mother established herself in Spain with a stable job and good place to live, because then Eryc, with his 2 brothers and sister, moved to her because they were really close with her and missed her. After a year, Eryc moved to Marseille in France, where his start wasn't easy at all, as well as his life so far. When he was 16, he had a serious virus infection, hepatitis B, and weighed only 40 kilograms. So now he wanted to change his body and put on some mass, but having no money left to spend them on gym membership made it impossible. His first fitness commitment was running several times a kilometer-long track, which made him, after a few workout days, gained a serious stamina. While he ran, he saw multiple times a bar and dip bars next to the track. These bar setups were all around the world, but he knew them being used, for example, for parkour or other sports or basic conditioning like military guys do. But for learning different skills like front lever, planche or handstands, it wasn't that much used for, mainly because it's 2012 and calisthenics was really small sport, so not everybody knew about this style of training. And so he kept running. It's another day and another Eric's loved cardio. Meanwhile he saw a bunch of guys training on those bars. Eryc was really impressed by them being so massive just by doing sets and reps, but was too shy to try it too. One day this changed. He stopped running and decided to try it. His first ever pull-up, and he got a big pain in the back of his head, which was caused by Eryc being naturally prone to migraines, and so he went home and took a big dose of 1000 milligrams of paracetamol, so the pain goes away. Weeks went by and Eryc, after this awful experience, had still the curiosity to try it again, but more carefully. What was doable were only pull-ups with a half range of motion, building himself up step by step to the full range. Later on he tried to search on the internet how to improve these pull-ups even more, and that's when he came across the legend Hannibal for King doing crazy muscle-ups, which made Eryc really hyped and wanted to learn them too. And of course Hannibal's planche push-ups, which were in Eric's eyes like that's impossible. Being so hyped after seeing all that, Eryc started his real calisthenics journey with these words: "Before I die, I have to planche."
Yeah, go. I'm unstoppable, do the impossible. I'm irresponsible, yet I'm phenomenal. I got an arsenal, I'm dropping bombs, you know. No, I'm not stopping, no. Conquer the obstacle.
After 7 months of conditioning with basics, he started learning the skill he wanted the most, and he got it insanely fast. Just after 3 months, so after 10 months in total, he got the straight arms banana full planche. His progress kept going at this insane speed, allowing him to learn dragon flag, straddle maltese, and also later on making his full planche hold longer, from a few seconds to an incredible 18 seconds, and of course much more.
I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable.
After 2 years of working out, he started his competing career in 2014, and right from the start with a street workout World Cup stage in Germany. Well, thanks to his performance, even today's athletes wouldn't be ashamed of. He won and qualified for the super finals in Norway in the November. Eryc didn't waste his time, and so right after that, he continued with his winning streak at the World Championship in Moscow. He was unstoppable, and so he ended the year with the 3rd victory at the Street Workout World Cup Super Finals. With the first signs of dynamics in 2015, Eryc also got on this trend to not be behind other athletes, because to this point he could do only muscle-up 360, giant and some basic transitions, mainly because that was all that existed. While calisthenics still was mainly about statics, he wasn't crazy with learning dynamics and sticked more with improving his strength, and oh boy, he got insanely strong, and that's only 2015. The biggest competitions that happened that year were the World Championship in Moscow, where he showed a couple of new dynamic tricks, and after which one he took another golden trophy, and ending the year with a World Cup Super Finals again in Moscow, where he sadly placed 4th, being only 1.5 points away from the 3rd place. So far, Eryc made a long journey from being every weekend partying and drinking alcohol to becoming a multiple times winner of several really big calisthenics competitions. But now will come something that will change his life even more. It's 2016 and a normal day in Marseille, but suddenly Eryc gets a message from a gym called Gravity, which is based in Dubai. They noticed him being really good at calisthenics, and so they came with a job for him as a personal trainer in their gym, with a good salary and everything for 6 months. This once-in-a-lifetime offer he couldn't refuse, and so he packed his stuff and went towards this new adventure.
Killing all these rappers, you would swear I had a hit list.
After several weeks of living in Dubai, he felt peace, which he couldn't say about his neighborhood in Marseille. He fell in love with Dubai, his job, and so from the original 6 months became almost 7 years. But there was one more thing he fell in love with, and that was a yoga instructor, Karen, which his boss hired to work at Gravity. And even though Eryc was really shy, they found a way to talk to each other and later on becoming a couple. Karen had a big influence on Eryc's diet, making him eat more healthier foods, which resulted in better recovery and also overall better life. Eric's competing career continued with several other competitions like the King of the Bars or World Championship, but throughout those years he more leaned towards battles one-on-one, like with Roger when Eryc battled him with a lot better dynamics. These battles typically happened once in a year, but it was worth it, like with the newfound beast Equan in 2017. 8 freaking rounds in total, Equan a little bit underestimated and having not that much experience led Eryc to winning this battle. With these newfound beasts, there was one from Mexico which Eryc battled in 2019, and that was Tony Gaste. Everybody waited for this battle of titans and both performed crazy skills, but Eryc during the battle injured his middle finger after doing the one finger Hefesto, which made him not being able to perform as he wanted to, and so in the end the battle won Tony. Eryc wasn't sad, more like motivated to become even better, but after this competition came 3 long years of COVID. He didn't stop and kept working out at home, outside or in the gym if the situation allowed it. Outside of doing crazy skills, Eryc is also known for him having a tattoo which says street workout. When he won the 2014 World Championship, he was for 100% sure that this sport is for him. And because he always wanted to get tattoo, he decided to combine it with his passion that changed his life. The origin of this logo was an Ukrainian Street Workout Federation logo, which he modified a little bit and put it on his back. After 3 long years of COVID, Eryc came back to compete in 2022 Battle of the Bars, and now recently in the legendary competition, the 5th Street Workout Ultimate Battles, where also legends like Daniel Slizans, Tony Gaste or Christoph appeared. With being 29 years old in August, he is one of the oldest out there in the game, and even while having 2 beautiful kids, he's still going and still tries to become a better version of himself. He is an inspiration for many people around the whole world, as well as he was for his brother Andres, which back in the 2015 started his calisthenics journey thanks to him too. Eryc Ortiz, often called the Godfather of Calisthenics, is a living legend of this sport, and we can say with certainty that he won't end anytime soon.